I moved here when I was in the third grade, so I was very young. I was just, I didn't know a word of English. I knew actually like maybe one or two at max, so I couldn't really make a sentence. I moved from Multan, Pakistan, so it's very hot, not anything like Maine. And I moved to Standish, Maine. They just asked me to sit in front of the class and just talk about, where I came from, my family, and what school was like back home. So that story in particular was very interesting because they were really making an effort to learn about me and really just trying to understand what background I came from, and then they wanted to allow that to help us develop that relationship and really feel like I'm a part of that classroom and the part of the school. It's something that kind of sticks with me over time, that experience and just how welcoming folks were in that situation.
I can tell you some inspiring people, certainly. Humza Khan comes to mind from Inclusion Maine. Humza and I met when I was on the Board of Visitors for USM and was the chair at a time of great change at the university. And Humza was the head of the student body. As a new American, came here from Pakistan, and he has made this wonderful mark in Maine by bringing people together.
When he started to his idea of doing Inclusion Maine conference, he came to me and we discussed several times, and I said, that's a great job, and it's going to be impactful. And he's just shining this like the great person, and he can attract people to his idea, and he can really make sure that everybody is just so much interconnected to each other through these projects, and they love to do it. They enjoy. And last conference just show how many people just came. Over 400 people came from all over the places, different sectors, employers, employees, government, non-profit, municipal workers, people, just community, people, and they were all connected. And I think this impact, we don't see maybe immediately happening, but it will be long run. So meaning we may see this in 20 years, huge impact from one conference that we don't see now. And I don't think we should underestimate this kind of connections. And we have to develop and support and do it more and more, not only once and maybe in a year, but maybe we have to do it throughout the year. So what Humza was telling at the whole conference, do not scare to hire them. Do not scare to invest your money, your time, your energy, everything for the future of your own company.
There's certainly challenges. I think one of the things that it is kind of related to it is that idea that people are away from the state for a very long time. That people feel like that perception, sometimes it can kind of make people feel like they don't fully belong. The requirements that in another country that they may have met are not the same as the ones in the US. So that is a huge kind of a barrier to folks to be able to enter the workforce with the credentials that they may have from another country. But how can we make that process from basically a huge difficulty to maybe a 6-week program or a 12-week program, something that's quicker, helps them transfer the credential in a much easier manner. We have to be very practical in many ways. For example, Portland, Westbrook, and South Portland, some of the bigger school districts, they all have about 40% people from racially diverse backgrounds in their student population. So that is the future of our workforce.
We kind of reflect to each other. We listen, really a lot of good information, a lot of good people sitting. And I see white, black, doesn't matter, all the colors was so beautiful.
It's important for us to all be a part of this and to understand that this is something that we can all contribute to.